As a top performing recruiter and career success coach, I've reviewed over 100,000 resumes. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to write a better resume so that yours does not get overlooked. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 tips so you can write your resume better. It could look very attractive. Let's get into it. Tip number 1 on how to write a better resume, and that is the length of the resume. If you have less than 10 years of experience, not including your internships or any part-time work that you've done, then try to stay within 1 page. That length is most appropriate. If you have above 10 years of experience, again, full-time experience, not including internships, not including part-time, then you have more flexibility to go to 2 pages. 20 plus years of experience, 3 pages is also reasonable. Really depends on your skill set, your experience. You have to assess. But typically, less than 10 years full-time experience, 1 page should be enough. Tip number 2 is very challenging, but if you get this right, it will help you land a job faster. And that is to align your experience to the jobs that you are targeting. Alignment is the number 1 thing within your resume and landing the job. Getting in the door for an interview. You need to make sure that you can speak their language, that you can assess and align the job description to your skill set. That is so powerful when you do this. And this is exactly what I teach in my job search optimization program, where I help professionals just like you land a job faster and optimize each step of the interview process all the way to offer negotiation to make sure that, again, you are not overlooked and you are the best candidate. I'm Rita, Baroody, career success coach, top performing recruiter, and former hiring director. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and tell me how you feel in the comments. Would love to hear from you. So when you do align your skill set, you will attract the hiring company. They're going to be so excited to speak to you. It's like they are jumping up and down at this point because you've aligned it so well and you're speaking their language. Speak their language, you will land the offer. But you have to do this throughout the whole job search process. Resume, LinkedIn, I have a lot of LinkedIn videos. You should check those out. And then how you articulate your experience in the interview process. Now, there is an unfortunate reality. When someone reviews your resume, that does not mean that they are confident enough to review. So what does that mean? That means we have to break it down in simplistic terms. We have to ensure we are articulating our resume in simple terms, not too complex, not too confusing. And that goes into tip number 3, avoid confusion. Do not include jargon or language that's going to confuse this person who could be incompetent that is reviewing your resume. Let's not confuse this person because they are potentially already confused themselves about their own job. So what you can do to help this person be good at their job is, again, align your skill set to the job, to the requirements, and remove any information that could confuse them. This could include language from a different industry. They don't understand it. This could include acronyms that make no sense to them, but make perfect sense to you because you are an expert at what you do. Yet again, it could confuse them. So let's eliminate that. And let's remember that anyone that's reviewing your resume doesn't mean that they're qualified to review it. But what does that mean? It means we have to break it down in simple format. We have to break down everything so that way this incompetent person can actually understand the value that we bring to the organization. If you're tired of getting rejected by employers and ready to land your next great opportunity faster, I've put together a free guide that walks you through the exact steps you need to take to land that job faster for you to be identified as that best candidate. Comment guide and I will send you a direct link to grab it. Let's get into tip number 4 on how to write a better resume. And that is to not include any paragraphs. Stick to bullet points. Please don't include paragraphs. I know so many hiring companies that avoid reading resumes with paragraphs. They just completely skip them over. And I even say, hey, you just overlooked this great professional They're like, well, the resume was too hard to review. It was too hard for them to read a paragraph. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what happens. They are going through, let's say, a pile of resumes. They see a paragraph. This is too hard. Let me go to only the bullet points. Okay, I can understand a little bit. Bullet points are easier, but don't overlook someone. But that's what happens. That's why I'm telling you, do not include paragraphs. Include bullet points that get straight to the point, that emphasize your technical skill set, that aligns to the jobs that you are targeting. That will help you be successful in landing an interview. Quick story. I was helping a great professional within my job search optimization program, and she came to me not getting any interviews, not knowing what was the problem. She had hired a resume writer to also optimize her resume. And when I received this resume, guess what? It had paragraphs. It was fancy. It was not what the hiring company wants to see. Because guess what? That resume writer did not understand the other side. Within my recruiting background, being a former hiring director, I know exactly what they're looking for, what moves forward quickly and what doesn't move forward quickly. And this is exactly why I made this video for you. So you don't have to hire a resume writer who doesn't understand the other side. Once you understand how these hiring companies think, how the recruiter is reviewing, that's when you will be able to be more successful with your resume moving forward. Tip number 5 on how to write a better resume, and that is stay away from any fancy templates. I know there's a lot on Canva that looks pretty and that looks attractive, but it's not about the look of the resume, it's about the content. So ensure you have no pictures, no extra lines somewhere, no graphics. Make sure it's black and white. It is so important to not put a fancy template on your resume. It can hurt your chances of landing the job. It really is something that could get in the way also of the ATS, the applicant tracking system, that could automatically review your resume versus actually a human being reviewing your resume. And it might throw it into the pile of, this is not a good fit, even though you have articulated your experience so well. So avoid those templates, use just a regular format, don't get fancy, and you will be more successful with moving forward for an interview. Tip number 6 on how to write a better resume, and that is to include your URL link to your LinkedIn profile, especially if you have fully optimized your profile and it looks attractive. If you've watched my other videos on LinkedIn optimization, your profile should be looking a lot better. I also have a course called LinkedIn Secrets for Job Seekers that will get you there faster. But only include the URL link if you've fully optimized, because if you haven't, then it could hurt the chances of you landing a job because they're going to rely on your LinkedIn profile to move forward faster. That is the goal. If you include the link to your LinkedIn profile, you want them to move forward faster. And I've seen it happen so many times. When your LinkedIn profile is fully optimized, they are so quick to say, yes, let's get an interview. Let's talk to this great candidate. I am sold on them already. They're excited. That's what we do in my job search optimization program too. We want to get them excited. Tip number 7 on how to write a better resume, and that is to ensure you are tailoring your resume to every job that you are applying for or that you're being considered for. Do not just leave it at that one benchmark resume. Super critical, because every company might be speaking slightly different in their job description, and you want to tweak that resume. If you tweak just one little part, it could make a massive difference in attracting that company to move forward more quickly. Now, if you need more tips on how to write an incredible resume, check out my 5 golden rules.